Hello YouTube, my name's Liam. I'm going to be giving you a really simple video here of how to set up a ball python viv. This is my ball python. There's Monty. I know, really original. It's very sweet. And with all snakes, especially pythons, it's really important to have the right viv for them. I'm making this video just purely because when I was setting up my viv for Monty, I had no idea what to do. And I couldn't find a video on YouTube that just told you how to make a nice, cheap, suitable viv. First of all, I'm going to assume here that you've got a baby python, because if you've got an adult one, what have you been doing with it all these years? You should have a right bib. So I'm going to start off by showing you some simple things such as substrate. If you ask 20 different snake owners what substrate you should have, you get 20 different answers. So I'm just going to tell you what I use and what I think the best one for a python. First of all, these orchid chips. You get probably 80% orchid chips. This is what they look like. You get them from pretty much any reptile or pet shop. Really easy to get a hold of, fairly cheap. And what I do is mix it with about 20% of this stuff, which is reptile soil. It's mainly used for, well, as you can probably see there, a crested gecko. But I use it for it to hold some water to give it high humidity, because that's what snakes need. There's several other things you need, but I'll get there. That's basically all you need for substrate as far as it goes. Make sure it's quite a thick layer on the bottom, maybe about this thick. But they might move it around to get to the heat source, which brings me on to my next thing, heat source. Heat mat, you may already know this if you have pretty much any idea of snakes, but they need a heat source. Simply put the heat source, this is Monty's setup, under the viv like this, on one side to keep it warm. Don't cover both sides. It needs a hot and cold side so it can regulate its temperature. It's important to have one side really warm, one side really cold. Well, not really cold, but so it can choose. Next of all, it obviously needs a water bowl. Just any small water bowl will do. You can get them from anywhere. You can spend, some money on getting a nice looking little rock one, or you can, just get a small bowl like a hamster bowl or something with a little water. Another thing, the hide, not 100% necessary with a ball python, but you can have one in there. It's best, to have one, but you can go either way depending on what. Next thing is coming to one of the most important things, where you're going to keep it. I have mine in as a baby in a rough like this. That's just what we call them. They're probably called different things wherever you go. They're called, rough, just boxes really, storage boxes. Make sure there's holes in it. Don't suffocate your snake. A lid like this do normally come with it. Make sure this, when you're choosing one, doesn't open easily. This snake is an escape artist. It'll push up on this lid. If it can get it open, it's going to escape, and you do not want an escaped snake. Trust me, it has happened to me before, I have to admit. Not with the python though. So also important, like I said, with the humidity, you need to have high humidity. You need to spray them every day. I'd say spray because you need to change their water every day, so change your water, spray. It's just as important as feeding them. Which, if you didn't know, you're obviously feeding mice or rats, about twice the thickness of their body. So if they're about this thick, give them one this thick, It's really common sense. Don't give them a rat that's twice the length of their body, really, I think that's it. We've covered temperature, box, substrate, water, humidity. That's about all you need to know. One more thing. It's important to keep them in quite a small viv. Yeah, you heard me right. They prefer a viv which is about half the length of their body. You're doing it no favours by giving it a massive viv at a young age. 4-foot viv for a 1-foot snake is just going to stress it out. It's not going to be. It's going to just be really unhappy. Give it a small viv when it's small. When it gets to say 3 feet, give it a 2-foot viv, and depending on sex, obviously, females get bigger. Give it a 3-foot viv. That's pretty much all you need. For all its size, 3-foot viv, but make sure you don't put in too big a one. That I can't stress that enough. And I think that is it. yeah, I think we've covered about everything you need to know. They are aggressive eaters, remember, especially when they're big. So don't go shoving your hands in there while it's trying to eat, or you're going to lose your hand. I think I've sufficiently passed my knowledge of these animals to you. I hope you've enjoyed. Please, subscribe. I'm going to put on some more videos of different snakes, how to make habitats for them, various other exotic animals. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment if you liked it. Goodbye.